right, y'all, I gotta get real with you one time here before we get off this stage.
And we always went hunting on Christmas. That was usually a good time because that's when the ducks were in. Well, Aaron's mama got mad that all the dudes were going duck hunting on Christmas. And his mom is the one that talked to her dad and said, hey, no more hunting on Christmas. Y'all gonna be at home with the family.
Oh, holy man, there's a place in hell for you.
You guys are really gonna like that one.
Come now, you blackhead sinner. Come down, get your soul delivered. I'll wash you clean by the timber. Follow me down to the Hall River. One by one, he worked his way till he washed the whole town whiter. Slow and steady, he made his bed, setting innocence on fire. Mom and Daddy didn't know the game, but the youngest daughter felt the shame. He said, come now, I'm your blackhead sinner. Come down, get your soul delivered. Drop that hammer when you squeeze that trigger. Send his ass down that Hall River.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's like a gnarly setting for that.
So you wrote that?
I wrote all these.
Did you write all these?
Yeah. I write everything. I started as a songwriter in Nashville, and that was like Cruise by Florida Georgia Line. That was my first big song I ever wrote. That was started Bro Country, which everybody hates now. But me, Blake Pendergrass, he's a kid from Carolina. We were walking to the bar, or I walked off the bus one night after a show in Wilmington. It was on the first sold out headlining show at an amphitheater. And this girl walks up to us, she was like, I'm Kayla from Hall River, North Carolina. I looked at Blake, I said, I don't know what that means, but we're writing it. And on the way to the bar, on the way to Jimmy's, he was like, dude, what if you wrote it like a murder song? I was like, hell yeah, let's write a murder song. So just basically Alamance County, North Carolina, that's a true story about how like white man came in and like raped and killed these women. So we wanted them to get their revenge on that, so she kills them in the end. That was on my last record, the one we just put out a couple weeks ago. Right now I'm with my man John from Oak and Barrel, and this is our first time ever hunting together. We're at Ensign Ranches in Utah.
This whole canyon, Echo Canyon, has a lot of history. It's where the railroad come down through. It's where the Golden Spike, they met just north of Ogden. So this is from an old Pony Express station / settlement. Before the mailing system, the Pony Express was the only way to get mail from the East Coast to the West Coast. And they'd have these stations and they'd switch riders. And so this was one of those spots, and then they would ride out through here, and then they'd go right up Ellis Canyon where we just came out. And so there's a lot of history in this area. This is Settler's Cabin. We've kind of tried to keep it standing as good as we can. His last name was Heiner, and he was actually a polygamist when the Mormons first got here. And each summer he'd bring one of his different wives up here and spend the summer, and it was always kind of a treat to him to get to spend the summer up in Heiner Canyon instead of down in the valley in Morgan. And so this is kind of where they summered and ran some livestock and made their living. So this is kind of a cool settler's house that we still got here. This old cabin was built in the early 1900s by an old boy in Colville. And he'd come up from the drainage right here, and it was a trapline cabin, hunting cabin, as well as a summer cabin so they could get out of the heat down in the valley. It deemed the name Love Shack for a couple reasons. The true story is the old boy brought his wife's sister up here and was having an affair. And the wife found out. So the wife marched up on here and caught him red-handed and shot him dead out that front door right there. And whooped on her sister pretty hard, and then she offed herself. So this is kind of a cool historical place on the ranch for us. It's kind of awesome for us to just keep it going. We take a lot of pride in it, and there's a lot of things that allow us to do it. One is this hunting program. It adds another source of income that we wouldn't have. So when the cattle are real bad, it's nice to have this hunting program as a crutch to kind of get us through those bad days. And we're honored to keep it going. When we came up with Cutz, my brand is the Rising Sun. My dad's is a Rockin' M, my grandpa's is a C-. And the reason why I came up with the Rising Sun is because it's a new age. Every rancher's famous last words is, "This is how we've always done it." And that's when they go bankrupt. That's when they have to sell. That's when the kids don't get it. They lose interest. They lost money. They don't want to get into it. So our goal is to reconnect the ranch back to the consumer by making the cleanest beef product possible. About in 2021, I was still in university up at Utah State. It's our ag school up here. For about 4 years, we had made $0. And if you know anything about ranching, it's one of the hardest working jobs you can have. It's late nights, long hours, and to do that for little reward, I was done. I was at a point, and here I am getting ready to get out of college with a finance and ag business degree. I'm like, what am I gonna do? And so that's when I got the wheels turning, and I knew a few other people that were doing this ranch to table stuff. I was like, I got to be part of this, because this is the only future. And then there was kind of this like cataclysm of events. My one professor that we've become friends, he told me, he's like, the only ranchers that are going to be around in the next few years are the ones that tell the best story. And we're seeing that with Yellowstone, some of these other big ranches around, the 4.6s, the King Ranch. They've done an amazing job telling their story, their legacy ranches. And I think we have the same opportunity here to be a legacy ranch. We have an amazing piece of dirt. We have some of the best cattle genetics in Utah and probably in the Western US. And so we're trying to tell our story and leave our brand. And that's kind of when I came up with Cutz, and here we are. We're going to tell our story.
Yeah, we're scouting. They're scouting. About to lay down this red dirt and take a nap while they do that. And see what we get. Caden, you found a bull yet?
Not yet, just heard one.
This is ridiculous.
We're gonna go find it.
7 minutes into this hunt, we haven't even found a bull yet.
There's typically about 6 to 8 cows in a harem right now. They have most of them bred for the most part, so bulls are kind of looking for that last hot cow. Some of them are tired and beat up, and they're laying out in the oak brush and the cedars kind of this country. So
That sun's about to pop over. Yeah, that's gonna be beautiful since it pops over. Writing music for me started when I was 22 years old. I had just lost football, which was supposed to be my career, and just learned to play guitar about a year before that. And then right after I lost football, I lost my dad. So I didn't really know how to deal with that. So I wrote my very first song at 22 years old and wrote it about him, and then just fell in love with songwriting, fell in love with the art of getting my emotions out into the world through a song. I never thought it'd be where it is now, but man, I love it. I love writing true stories. I love writing real stories about my life, and that all started for me in college.
He was not convinced. Let's go at the shade, see what we get. Not enough line. Favorite things about tour are just all the different places you get to see. You know, I love traveling. I grew up going to my grandma and grandpa's motor home about 2 weeks out of the year. So I get to do that for a living. I get to camp for a living, basically, which is awesome. Different places, different people you get to see. We get to do this on tour sometimes. But, I don't know, some of the things that I don't love, it's just a grind. I mean, I'm 10 years into this thing, and it's like, you're just tired by the end of the year. But it's kind of perfect because then it leads right into September, which is elk season. That leads right into deer season. That leads right into duck season. So by the time I'm exhausted for the year, I get to do this. It's tough to beat. It's a fun life, man.
There you go. There you go.
It's a fun life.
Talking about it yesterday, and I think we got interrupted by some bugling. So, favorite tour moments?
So you ask questions that actually are good questions.
Yeah?
So one just happened. It was Dierks Bentley. I toured with him in 2014. We played Red Rocks in 14. I probably wasn't prepared for it at that point, you know.
Yeah. Let me get out your cast.
I see you.
Let me get out your cast.
We just played it again. It was just a special night. Like, my music wasn't really dialed for Red Rocks
Yeah.
10 years ago.
That's a special
Trying
venue.
to, like, wave people, get them going. Like, this time I just sat there with a guitar. And then 2 weeks later, starts talking about the Eldora record and how much he knows I love writing songs on stage. And I was like, okay, this is different. And I turn around, he's like, so we decided to get you this guitar, and he got me a Martin D45. Which on the retreat, we were talking about Martin D45s. I was like, yeah, I'll never have one. Those things are fancy. And so those are probably top two, and they both just happened.
And what was that reaction, though, like when you got it?
Well, there's a picture of me. I'm just holding it up. I'm just smiling. You got a big old smile and a stupid mustache.
So, like, over the last couple years, I mean, there's been a shift in music. You recently left your label. So what kind of was the precursor to that, and what kind of gave you the inspiration to go off on your own? I mean, that's a big move.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel like I had an option. It was just like no CMA noms, which I've never had anyway. But that was a complete full circle moment of, all right, these records are done.
Yeah.
Finished with this part of my career. Let's move on to something else, and that's where the Eldora record, which I'll play you guys tonight, some of that. That's just the continuation of the progression of my career. And it's not radio hits. I don't think. Maybe one of them turns into it. It'll be cool if it does, but
It's just a brand maturing.
yeah, it's just maturing in general in life. It's like, I'm 39 years old now. Why would I be singing about Slide Girl? Let's roll. Slide Girl by my side, girl. Like, good boy. He's a good boy. That one sounds 390. Yeah. That little 5 we got earlier sounded 400. This calls for his head. This is a Gino. Upper decking lip pillow.
When we had to pick out a weapon for this hunt, it was a no-brainer. We chose the Ruger American Gen 2 Predator. We topped it with a Sightmark Presidio, and on the end we put a Banished Backcountry. And then for ammo, Federal's Terminal Ascent. This setup was perfect for exactly what we needed to do, and I couldn't be more proud of the choices that we made when planning out what we were going to take on this hunt. Roughly 2.5.
Impact.
Woo! That is 3 shots, 3 impacts cold. 480 and what? 980?
980.
Oh, damn. All right, I'm gonna be done.
Shoot this bitch.
That's coming from the left, so push left, two wind holds.
Cool. Cool.
Impact.
There it is.
I didn't need that 480 warm up.
That was the 9?
Yeah, 980.
Nice.
Where'd it hit on it?
About 3 inches low and 2 inches right from center.
That's pretty dang good. 308.
Oh, shoot.
Do you have the right dope?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, elevation was good. About 6 feet right.
Give me a shot here.
Come on.
Holy shit.
About 8 inches off the top of the plate, a foot right.
Damn. All right. Give me that. Give me that.
What's the bet?
I just won.
A new fanny pack.
That's a cat?
Calf.
Calf.
Oh, there's a cat we'd be looking for.
Oh,
About a foot right, foot high.
dang. Give it up. Holy hell, I'm all over the place here. No chance.
Impact.
Dude! No shit! Oh my God!
All right, thank you guys for coming. We're done shooting.
Oh man!
That was great.
The best is you put down the gun, you're like, no chance.
No chance. I was just...
Impact.
I know, I thought
It was actually a damn good shot too, like in the center.
No way.
Dude,
That was
incredible.
I'll sing that. I put a song out on my last record a couple weeks ago called You in 85. It's basically about like, what would you do if you were man to man with your dad, like now or back in 85, either way, first time you ever get to drink a beer with your dad man to man. Like I never got to do that, so. Oh, how's it go? The old Craftsman tools, Johnny be good, out in a barn, up under the hood, striped blue work shirt, navy blue pants. You come home and crack open a can. 3 blue-eyed boys, dinner at 6. Boys, come on inside, give your mama a kiss. I know he can't come here, and I can't go back, but I hope you know that still cut rows on a tractor, drink beer after work,
Live life a bit faster, still get to church. You always said I was gonna look just like you. There's this man in the mirror's the proof. Ain't no wonder we're so much alike. Me right now, and you in 85. How's the second verse go?
I don't know, man. I cried like a baby when you played that. When I listened to it on the airplane before I came here, and I knew you were gonna play that song. I was like, it's hard for me because I lost my dad too. So
I'll pull up lyrics here in a minute, but it's I just put the song out 2 weeks ago, so I'm not gonna remember half of these.
well, you can play some bro country because I can't be this emotional.
Let me look up lyrics real quick. That's this. I'm glad we're around a campfire because if I did this on stage, it would suck.
Might look a little weird.
Ah, yes. Reagan.
Reagan was king, now he's up on the wall. In my farmhouse in Nashville, chase the dream after all. I ain't got kids yet, but bet when I do, when I'm coaching third base, I'll be thinking of you. Still cut rows on a tractor, drink beer after work, live life a bit faster, but still get to church. You always said I was gonna look just like you. Now this man in the mirror's the proof.
He's in this crease. He's just drunk. There's a bull raking right there.
Me right now, and you in 85. You made me honor who I am today, but you never got to know the kid with your face. So if I have one thing, be just man to man, a couple of course banquets. I'm seeing the cows, I don't see the bull.
But do you remember like one of the first tracks of the shift when you were like maybe got that first track of like, oh shit, this is something different?
In my mind when I was writing them, it was like, oh, this would be cool for down the road. It's like, dude, you're 38. I'm tired of shying away from stuff. Like, say the right thing. It's like, no, I'm just gonna say what's real. Down the road's happening, whether you want it to or not.
Good job. Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
He's down. Like a little bit of shit, so.
Yeah, it ain't broke off. It's small.
It's just shit, ain't it?
Makes that long bus ride back to Nashville, jump on that plane and hear all worth it, right?
Oh, yeah. I hadn't played that acoustic in like 4 months, I feel like. I'm gonna play, this is a new one. I like this shit.